What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, back with some more Storybook Brawl. Let's jump into it. That slam of the gate, or whatever it is so abrupt in breaking out the music. I think that is something that people haven't really thought about, though, is the music is going to be gone, going to be lost forever. So make the most of the music right now while you can. I could even put on the alerts, but I hate that. So, for those that do, though, turn on the sound and listen to it for one last time. And we've got basically 3 days left. Today's Friday, and we've got Saturday and Sunday. So, I'm going to try to make the most of it. I'm going to stream for at least 3 hours today. Though I think today is the day my schedule is the tightest. Gonna get a haircut tonight, so want to take Lily for a walk and then hop in the shower before that happens. I can remove this from the screen, but it is a good reminder. Here's some things we're trying to do today. Pan Shadow, and you pick up only characters of your level. Sad Drac, and you put a Court Wiz in the Sad Drac spot. I want to crock a Cindy, and I'm going to do some fun shenanigans with Krampus. Oh, I got to load up Moobot here so I can read what you just said. La-da-da-dot. Sure, we could roll the die. We could even cycle the golden chicken so that we roll slightly better. Though, honestly, I don't like either of these roll the die options. Let's look for a royal. Okay, this is a royal. It's kind of what I was asking for. Yo, playing right now. Sad to see it going. Agreed. Gonna keep following you regardless of what game you get into. I appreciate that. I try to... I stick to mostly, like, one type of game. So I think that helps with some audience retention. But I've switched games many times over all of the years that I've kind of been trying to make some content here out of it. I guess we'll bank a golden chicken now. It's unfortunate that we're not getting any zippy activations. Though that last combat almost didn't go horribly for us. We could have actually tied it. It was a 25%er to tie, but still. There was a chance nonetheless. I'll just pick up a Zebracorn. I don't know. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. What I would like to do right now, because I think I'm still going to do Marvel Snap content and try to get some success with that. Also, just because I really like playing Marvel Snap. It's not just about the subs and stuff. I might even scale back the content, but what I think would be nice to find is a game that I can... Okay, pretty close. We cleared 3 things, which is not too shabby for this terrible board. And now we are given a Wish Upon a Star as an option. I think I just need to find a royal so that I stop taking damage. Alright, there's a royal. That is a pretty large power spike. And you know what we could do even here? We could grab a Humpty Dumpty and then Reckless Wager. Let's do it like this. I think that's good. We're up against Pied Piper, who is slightly streaking. But what I would really like to find is whether it's Slay the Spire or Battlegrounds or TFT, which I'm not sold on any of those really. There is a new auto battler that somebody mentioned on Reddit that I will check out on Monday. For right now, I'm not really even focused on other games. I'm just going to play as much Storybook Brawl as I possibly can. I'm probably not even going to have Marvel Snap uploads over the weekend because I just wanted to put as much of my time into today's stream as possible. Okay. Lonely Triple. Do we see Crown? No. We see Fairy Tale, Piggy Bank, Dark Contract. I think I'll just go for a little fairy tale action, though. Grab a Cindy. Could grab a Spellweaver and try to throw a Beauty's Influence on it, but meh. Nice. Celestial Tiger can be fun. I think the double Wizard's Familiar is cute. We'd get to get them both to 4/4s. However, I do feel like I'm supposed to pick up these two things, sell off the Zebracorn and the Humpty Dumpty, and then use the Candy Cannon. It's a little bit of a downgrade in stats, but I think a huge Trojan Donkey can probably just walk the table here, so seems good enough to me. But what I'd like to find is a game where the amount of time I put into it is the amount of content that I get from it, which is basically what I do with Storybook Brawl. I play it for half an hour. Well, when I was, trying to put out the best games every single day, sometimes I would play for 2 hours, but it was fine because the game was fun. Got some decisions to make here. I don't think that a Brave Princess on 3.2 is worth it, so I think I'm just going to go Turkish Delight. Which means the only other thing I could possibly do this turn is Sherwood Sure Shot and then roll. Right, yeah, I started feeling that exact same way the past few months, especially as the game hadn't been updating and there was no... Ooh. Well, that's not going to be an Evil Twin turn again, but Mask Ball on a pair of 3s and 4s. Plus, I think we're going to get one more character in the shop next turn. That's a pretty good use for a Mask Ball. We find Lance or Robin Wood or even Baby Bear. Probably not Baby Bear, but Lance or Robin Wood. That's exciting. And then we could also find Juliet here. The awkward thing is we're not going to be able to Mask Ball and then Evil Twin in the same turn, but other than that, seems pretty good. But yeah, I like the kind of morning routine feeling that I've gotten into recently. And I would like to be able to put out like daily content for people that are just fans of, hearing me talk for 20, 30 minutes each day, but maybe don't like Marvel Snap as one thing, and yeah, just something where I can kind of like vlog and also play some strategy games. So we'll see. I will read that in a second. Let's see what we get here first. Nyan Sea Terror is really weird, as are the Amy's, kind of. We do get to activate Cindy next turn, so that's pretty fun. The other thing that I'm noticing, or thinking about, rather, I would kind of like to buy both of these, so that way I could keep on hanging on to the Nyan Sea Terror, and I could shard the Shoulder Fairies. Shoulder Fairies is going to be a good character once we pick up the Sea Terror too. It's a 12/12. That's fine. I like the 7/7s, but I think I might just be better off rolling for Nyan Sea Terror, Juliet. I don't know. We lose a gold by locking here, and there was no real way around that. If we just pick up Shoulder Fairies next turn, it's not like we're locking the spell, so we could still find True Love's Kiss. Alright, I'll lock a 12/12. At 6.0, at 4.2, and I got a lock chest. Wow, you got the puzzle rune off a rune chest, and then you were able to immediately replace it because it was off a locked chest. That's pretty great. Celestial Tiger doing great for us here, summoning a Juliet, or not Celestial Tiger, I got confused. Donkey doing great for us, summoning a Juliet so that we easily take this fight. A 16-17 Juliet, didn't even need it. But a 7/7 was nice, I suppose. So we could triple the donkey right now. I don't hate that. We could also steal from Merlin. Let's roll. And then maybe triple friendly spirit. I think that's probably a little bit better. We have to sell off. We don't have to sell off something, but it's probably better if we sell this off so that way we can keep the treasure on Cindy, which we'll grab right here. Oh, these are not great. We could throw a monster manual on the friendly spirit, though. I really don't love it. What else am I doing this turn if not that? Ring of Meteors for the Trojan Donkey? I don't think so. Just grab Monster Manual. Let's activate the friendly spirit. Let's take Gloves of Thieving. Nice little econ treasure. Can actually make the shoulder fairies a little bit bigger even, I just realized. And I think I want Lady of the Lake. It's good with Friendly Spirit, and it's even good with Shoulder Fairies, because we can make the Frog Prince or the Trojan Donkey a little bit bigger yet. Trojan Donkey's going to go down, which is unfortunate, but I find another Friendly Spirit out of the Trojan Donkey that Friendly Spirit landed on. Okay, I guess this works. We're going to crack into a prize pig here. We also stole something. What did we steal? Oh, we stole a Friendly Spirit, too. Wow, okay. Well, the spirits have been friendly to us today. We can cut this 9 Sea Terror, I think, but I just realized I locked on 5.0. The XP threw me off. Should I throw myself off a little more? With some more XP even? I think so. Okay, so we can now do this. Do I want to do that instead? That might be better. Just put as much stats on every friendly spirit as we possibly can. I think probably this is better. Could also sell off 4 things to pick up something else. And I'm now just noticing Court Wizard. Maybe I sell off some other things. Maybe I sell off these 2... I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to roll for 9 Sea Terror. I don't find it. We do see Robinwood here, and we will probably grab a Zippy thing this turn, an Evil Twin, but I think we've got a decent chance to win this combat, so I'm just going to hold the line here. We do give Court Wizard a bonus attack, but it doesn't amount to anything, and I think that's the only bonus attack my opponent's going to be getting. That's a good hit with the donkey. That goes here, and then Lady of the Lake. Can Lady take it home? Go straight? Go here? Ah, unlucky. Unlucky. We were pretty likely to win that combat, I think. Let's load up the tracker. We steal another frog. I am probably... So The Gloves of Thieving happened before the Evil Twin, so we lost a space in our hand, so that's a little bit awkward. I think we probably just sell out of this. Pick up this Evil Twin now. It's awkward because I would have rather not picked up the Evil Twin. We just barely picked it up there. But suppose we had to. I like Robinwood. I don't really like Baba Yaga. This is a monster, so that's good. We can also make Friendly Spirit good or 9 Sea Terror good. Oh, that's pretty fun. We still have a good character and an evil character. I'm going to roll for the 9 Sea Terror and settle on a golden chicken. We got time. Oh, shoot. 2, 4. Grab that. So we're not going to be able to pick up the treasure from this, but it's Hand of Midas going into 6.0. I think that's got to be right. Let's toss the fairy tale in a moment here. Medusa, is that going to do me dirty? It is. Yes. Okay, we lose the fight. Take a little bit of damage. We also Gloves of Thieving something, which is why it was fine to sell out of my hand. Oh my goodness gracious. We also get a level 4 treasure here. Well, let's take Krampus's Sleigh. And then try to grab a Mimic chest. We can toss this too. I don't know. I like both of these. So it's definitely Hand of Midas, but I'm tempted to use this Hand of Midas right now on Hercules more than Lancelot. Though we could actually activate Lance pretty easily here. With, thank you, Kalari. Thank you for your support as always. So we can activate Lance if just one of these friendly spirits lands on it. And what's cool here is we can potentially grab a Mimic chest before we crack open the Krampus's Sleigh. So I'm going to sell out of Shoulder Fairies, I suppose. It's cute. But I want to refresh this Bear Stain. Echowood's got to be good with whatever we wind up playing. Let's grab Echowood. Now we also have an upgraded Hercules, so we will be able to use this to, we'll be able to Evil Twin this Hercules. So I believe how this works is we will get the Hercules treasure, and then we will steal something from my opponent here. However, I don't like any of these things. Okay, we steal first. What? Why did all these activate? Oh, because a friendly spirit landed on it. Okay, let's definitely skip this treasure. Let's pick up Horn of Olympus, which I think we got off one of those Lancelots. We might have activated a second Lancelot, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's take Pandora's Box. We did grab another Lancelot. Wow. I don't even know how that works. Do I care about the gloves when we're like so far ahead of everybody else? Not really. Just grab this. I don't think I'll find myself in trees. I think I'll probably try to play good boy with whatever Pandora's Box gives me. Oh, I like the knighthood on the good boy too. I made this mistake in a video the other day. So we're gonna grab an Evil Twin, but I just have to cycle this. It's awkward, but I'm just supposed to cycle the good boy, or cycle something from the shop there so I can lock onto knighthood. I should have put in this other Lancelot because it scales, and so it's better than 9 Sea Terror, especially up against the Ghost. But yeah, we did not need the Gloves of Thieving against this opponent. We're going to get the Evil Twin, but if we get either Mirror Mirror or World Tree, I think we're in a really amazing spot. We don't get exactly that, though. We get Round Table. So now I think I actually Evil Twin the Herc. And I might Knighthood the Hercules too. It makes it a lot easier to grab that treasure. Let's do that. Now I kind of wish I did have the Shoulder Fairies. But this is fine. Play this. Robin Hood pumps the Lady of the Lake. So that part's good. Echowood's probably actually just better than these Lancelots, considering we've got a pair of friendly spirits, so Echowood's going to get to 50, just like the Hercs. Lady of the Lake supporting the whole board. Echowood's going to get a little bit of bonus. Oh, hold up. This gives Echowood bonus health. No, let's do this. So I'm intentionally taking the health off of these friendly spirits so Round Table can give it to him, which would give Echowood just a little bit more health, which I think is just the most useful thing that we can do with Round Table this turn. Opponent has a really large Sure Shot. We are going to get a new Tier 6 treasure to potentially replace the Horn with like a Mimic Chest, and then we could just move into trees. Not super exciting, but is super powerful. We did do something innovative this game. We got 2 Lancelot activations in one turn. Wand of Weirding is cute. Ivory Owl is pretty good with Good Boy. But I think we just want to take Mimic Chest, Round Table, and move into trees with Staff of the Old Toad. We could do this so that we can shard it or something, but we can already shard the Hercules. So I think that's all that I need. Could take a Green Knight. Oh, you know what? I actually really like this. Some Expo Growth. No, we're just rolling down for Burning Beard here. Will I make another copy of Hercules this turn? I don't know. Could make another copy of 9 Sea Terror. But the reason that I bring that up is because if I don't want to make a copy of Hercules, if I want to hang on to my Evil Twin, then I gotta sell something off from my hand. It feels like at this point in the game it's probably Good Boy. I am no longer trying to grab additional Tier 7 treasures, so let's sell Good Boy and roll for Burning Beard. We don't find it. Would really love to Beauty's Influence Ashwood Elm. That's like one of the best things we can do. Otherwise, I'm just gonna throw that on Hercules, and we will look for... Ooh, Echowood got scammed. That is unfortunate. Because that's a lot of stats on Echowood. We will look for Phoenix, Feather, or Ivory Owls to complement the rest of the board. We lose our ranged character, which means we're going to lose some health this turn. We take 10 down to 8. We do get another Evil Twin. But I don't know if we'll just be able to get away with Evil Twinning a Hercules this turn. Do another Expo Growth. I think I gotta look for Beauty's Influence at this point, though. And Burning Beard, of course. Alright, Echowood is a huge power spike. It's actually... I think I brought this up the other day, too, but it can be tough to see just how big of a power spike this is on the surface, but it is quite good. Let's actually just get rid of all of this stuff. I don't know if I'm using this Forbidden Fruit or not, and I don't know if I'm using this Evil Twin either on Robin Hood or on Hercules. I'm not going to do any of those things. Just going to play double frontline Echowood and double frontline Big Hercs. This is going to make it really tough for my opponent to slay with Echowoods up in the 200s, and that was my chief concern here. I felt like I was probably ahead of my opponent. The only way that I lose these fights is if I allow my opponent some slays, so let's just not do that. Let's win and move on potentially to the finals. We do really, really need to Beauty's Influence this with haste. Though I guess if we Evil Twin this 3 times, then that's another avenue. Double Good Boy, alright, and another Ashwood Elm. Well, that's good. And then do I see some beauty? Nope. What did Muerte have last time? Again, a Slay comp. Interesting. We could even cast this Blessing of Athena if we really wanted to. Right? We do it here, and then we sell 2 things, and... Actually, we just do it here, sell both of the Hercs, and then cast Blessing of Athena. I'm just gonna roll, though. I'll do it now. I think that using the Evil Twin just for econ is like a fine consideration. We can't really do it again. Wow, okay, they had Excalibur and got themselves into probably an unbeatable comp. Okay, so we get second. We get second. Fair enough. That is really, really good, especially with all of the Feasting Dragon triggers that they hit early on in the game. And that'll kill me. That'll kill me. Well played, Rumty. That'll start off the stream with a 3rd place. Feels like we should have gotten 2nd. Just had a little bit unlucky ordering on the combats there. But we didn't do anything particularly crazy. We did get a fun moment with that Lancelot interaction, though. Let me see if I can actually look at that again. I think I can manage that. Let me finagle some stuff here. So if I stop recording, we'll keep streaming. Then I'll restart the recording just so that way I have it. And we can take a look at exactly what happened here. I'm going to mute, otherwise the music will double up. So it was right on 6 point... Yeah, it was this turn here. We buy the Lancelot. So my opponent's Lancelot activates at the beginning of combat through Sting. That's really curious. And I stole it, and even though I stole it after it activated, I get a prepped one. I get a fully ready to go one by attacking into it here. So that's what happens first. No, Krampus's Slay happened first. So no matter what you do, if you win the combat, you get the Krampus's Slay first, and then otherwise it's in order. So their Lance activated before my Hercules. Then my Hercules is going to activate. Right here. And then my Lancelot is going to activate. Which I think I, intentionally played into and then hit and then forgot about. Because I was just overwhelmed by everything else that was going on. So you get the Krampus's Slay, and I saw the Lance in my hand activate, and that's why you can... Oh, I'm covering up my camera, but my eyes are like... And I'm like trying to process everything that's happening. So I just skip the first treasure, then I take a horn, because why not? We've got one support, and it's kind of fun. And I figured maybe if both lances hit Horn plus Evil Eye, we could do something fun with that. But then Hercules gets the Pandora's Box, and the second lance gets Staff of the Old Toad. Really fun turn there, for sure. Let's see if we can have some more fun turns. Playing some more fun Storybook Brawl. That was a nice way to start it off. Not quite a win, as we went down to that Excalibur player there, but a fun game nonetheless. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have some fun. Got a lot of bonus fairy dust that I'll never be able to do anything with. But that's the same with, like, with any game. NFTs be damned. Yeah, where's the crypto? I was supposed to be able to do something with all this fairy dust. Wouldn't that be nice? It's like the whole conceit of, like, NFTs in games. And then, of course, like, the game that's supposed to be an example of ethical NFTs gets, you get absolutely nothing for all of your work. Not that I want anything, but I just think it's ironic. But I think that, yeah, all that shit is dumb. What was I just going to say about that? Oh, yes, I did get something from all of this fairy dust. I got a lot of fun memories, and I got a lot of epic gaming moments that, trust me. Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys can trust me to do some degenerate stuff here with the Fates. That's what you can trust. But, no, I think that, even me. Don't trust me. I think that they're... Yeah, I think that the journey was the reward. I think that we got, like, I had so much fun, a year's worth of fun with Storybook Brawl. I've got a nice little audience, though. You know, even that I think is somewhat fleeting. Let's roll the die. There is actually something that I want to do on the Fates that I have yet to do, and maybe we can accomplish that right here and now. I should probably add it to the tracker or the like clipboard that I have, but I really just want to try, like, delaying my purchase for as long as I possibly can, or getting a polywoggle and slaying with it after we're level 3 or something. Four Glory's kind of cute in that we can use it to activate the Wizard's Familiar. I think that if you were just playing to win, you take Crafty here, but I'm going to roll, hope to find Cindy, or roll the die. At this point, I'm just rolling for fun. And I'm having fun. I'll take Polywoggle. So here we really have the opportunity to do what I was talking about. We're gonna take some damages, but we were gonna take those damages regardless. So I actually feel pretty confident in my decision making here. We pick up Polywoggle, now we are fated to Polywoggle, and the goal now is to slay with Polywoggle next turn. We could Forbidden Fruit, we take 2 damage to give this +1/+1, but that only ever saves us 1 health, probably, if that. So I don't think it's worth it. But this is the Polywoggle, and the goal is to have this Polywoggle slay next turn, and then to True Love's Kiss it, and be fated to a level 5 character. It's an incredible long shot, but roll the die off the bat into a scaling character, plus a golden chicken so that we've got more econ to play around. The only thing that I'm missing right now is a Mad Mem. So Mad Mem is a snap buy next turn. We did go past a Mad Mem, unfortunately, but we needed to find the Polywoggle first. Okay, we don't find Mad Mem, but we do find some Polywoggles. So let's just grab this, this, and this. We could backline the Polywoggles too, in hopes that that allows them to slay. My opponent assuredly is dreaming here, so they're not going to Earthquake us. And they don't have a treasure. They are 3-streaking. I think that this Earthquake is pretty good. in terms of just giving us some board presence. And luckily we aren't up against Jack's Giant. That would be annoying. Egg Helms is a funny name. Silent but Freddy is also very silly. Vando Calrissian. We got some puns in the lobby. Rod Mendoza, I feel like is maybe a reference I'm not getting, but it's also just... Okay. We've got Pollywoggles can slay. Pollywoggle slays! I am now faded to a level 4 character. That's all I care about. I'm at 23. Trust me. Do I want Juliet? Yeah, kind of. It's a 7/7 if nothing else. And I kind of like the kidnap. But I also really want to find the True Love's Kiss. I'm going to roll for it. Find a Pollywoggle. We find another golden chicken. I could still find... I don't care about this Pollywoggle anymore. So I could still roll in True Love's Kiss this Juliet. Prize Pig is probably better, or Good Witch is better. I'm also somewhat rolling for Romeo right now, so I'm going to keep rolling. Alright, I'll take Romeo. That's fine. So we're just going to complete the Juliet next turn. And probably looking mostly to take Reduplicator, but also Sky Castle is interesting. Forking Rod is interesting. Reduplicator's the big one. That's the big power spike here. Don't hit the Romeo. Nice. Okay, they do slay with Trophy Hunter. But... wow, and they're actually going to be strong enough to battle for this Juliet. We take 9 down to 14. Now we get our treasure, though. And now there ain't no stopping me. What do we get? Reduplicator? Oh, interesting. I like the coin as well for its ability to... The Ugly Gosling just pumps up Romeo. The coin is cool because it could continue to pump up Juliet, and then we can scale Juliet for the rest of the game. I like the Ugly Gosling helm in a really... oh, wow. Oh, imagine this. No, there's no way to do it. I was like, imagine we take the Ugly Gosling helm, but we stay faded to Pollywoggle the entire game because we never triple. We just grab the Pollywoggle each turn, give it +10/+10, and allow it to slay, and just have like a never-ending Pollywoggle factory. That would be really, really cool. But Reduplicator's good here. The backup hit is the doubly in the back row, which is another great thing to add +4/+4 to, so seems good to me. We'll look for King Arthur next turn. We'll still look for more Romeos, because the more Romeos, the better. I'm not super interested in playing too many... I mean, if we play like multiple doublies and then we triply it, then the stats are not wasted. We are going to get the coin on Juliet, though, which is what I wanted. Because now we get like a 20/20 here. 28/28. That's right. It also gets +7. So that's enough to grab a win. And finally, we get our first combat win. And now hopefully we keep those coming and stay strong. I like Cindy. We'd have to frontline this, but it could still be worth it. Well, let's roll for Arthur, I think. Oh, I like this and I like this. Do I really like this? I don't know if I actually like Turkish Delight, come to think of it. Okay, I accidentally hit the lock button, but I want to lock on Romeo here. So that's good enough. I'll pick up Romeo and then roll for King, but I don't actually think I want to. I could frontline the doubly, but if I frontline the doubly, then I'm like guaranteeing the coin lands on doubly, and I'd still rather it land on Juliet. It's actually more value for it to land on Juliet, because we can play multiple Romeos and then get 3 or 4 times the value from it. So I'm going to still try to get it on Juliet, and then I don't mind if it lands on Nutcracker either, because it'll make Nutcracker easier to activate. But next turn, when we backline a second Romeo, I will fourth spot the doubly. Okay, well, it's going to wind up on Wizard's Familiar here, I suppose. Nothing to be done about that. Sultak's going to keep Juliet alive for a moment. Nutcracker doesn't get any bonuses here, but that's fine. So now we do this. And look for King. Court Wizard, also not bad on the board, but I can do better. I can do better. Okay. We can roll the dice, skip the treasure, pick up another Romeo. So that's probably right. If roll the die lands on Lucky, we sell it for Romeo. If it lands on Pollywoggle, that's awkward but good at the same time. We just frontline the Pollywoggle. Okay, Minotaur, that's an easy sell. We still skip the treasure here to pick a Pollywoggle, though it is tough to skip a treasure map. We're going to grab the treasure map. I'm going to backline the doubly again. And next turn, planning on picking up Romeo. I'm not really concerned about the Pollywoggle. I'm just locking for Romeo here. But then we can maybe do something fun with treasure map. This was fun. We got to be fated to a level 4 character, which is something that is not super typical. I'd love to maybe take this farther than 7th place. If we can start to turn these combats around, it is definitely possible. But it's gonna be an uphill battle here regardless. Juliet's big, but only big enough to trade with 2 things. So we take 7 down to 7. Nutcracker grabbed the coin. Another doubly is also probably worthwhile. Just guarantees that if not one of these 2 things, it lands on a doubly, and then we can triply it eventually. Though I might also be interested here in a reckless wager going into 5.0, so that way I can find some 9 sea terrors or something. At the same time, I'm almost dead. Maybe I would need to take a doubly triple this turn. Would also like another Romeo. Still sell for another Romeo. Okay, not gonna find a Romeo. We just throw some more stats onto Juliet. It's probably a good use of 1 remaining gold. Sugar and spice would have been better, of course, but I think this is okay. The only other thing that we could do here is we could frontline the Wizard's Familiar. The idea being it's big enough that it won't die. Wow, this Horde Dragon has 3 treasures. Oy vey. Yeah, Golden Chicken triple is really good on Horde Dragon. Other things in the front dying are pretty good for Juliet, though. Because then it means Juliet is more likely to get attacked into. Okay. That goes down. Nutcracker's going to activate and potentially give us a tier 6 treasure now. And then Juliet does go down in time. And they are half-balling. So this is a pretty scary opponent, but we are going to beat them for now. Which is good. And we hit them for a ton of damage, too. We hit them for 10 down to 5. Get a level 6 treasure. Not super interested in Mimic Chest, but... Whew. An early Embiggening Stone is quite huge. Oh, but we're up against the Ghost. This Ghost has 4 treasures, but they're the Ghost. I gotta risk it. Pandora's Box. Let's go. Could go for Angry just to be strong on the turn. Go for Hi-Ho. 2 ranged characters are reasonable. We take Prize Pig and 4 Glory and really go for it. Monster Book is pretty good. Grab a rotten apple tree. I don't think we had anything to worry about here. I don't know if any of my frontline characters are going to die. They're not. So we get a Pandora's Box, we get a 4 Glory, we get some Prize Pig Gold. That was about the greediest that you can possibly be in this game. But fun. Court Wizard is really good if we can find Good Boy. It's also not bad on the board, because we could find a Baby Bear. I think I want Baby Bear more than I want the pigs. I think I want 5 health more than I want anything else, though. And then I might take Southern Siren and put that in the 100 slot. This is really set up well for a Good Boy comp. Robin Wood continues to set us up well for a Good Boy comp, though it pumps up the Rotten Apple Tree, so that's not super exciting. I only have a few rolls right now. So do I want to roll just for Baby Bear when Southern Siren is a pretty comparable pickup right here? The mummies are going to be nasty. Let's just grab Southern Siren. Okay. I'm happy with this. I'm going to play a really fragile backline that gets wrecked by a mummy. I don't think a mummy will be able to slay against me unless it attacks right into my Southern Siren, which is obviously really unfortunate. Well, they've got a Good Boy too, but we steal the upgraded mummy. They take out one of the Romeos. We're going to take out some more mummies here. We take out the Jormungand. We neuter the Good Boy. And from there, I do believe we have a win. I do believe that my Romeo should be good enough. Do we get another bonus attack? We don't get another bonus attack. Oh, and my opponent has this, but we don't die here. We never die here, and we actually tie here, which is fantastic. Now I just need that Good Boy. Show me that Good Boy, baby. There's Bearstain. That's not Good Boy. There's another Southern Siren. That's not Good Boy. I don't hate River Wish Mermaid with the coin and the magic sword. Wish we had a Good Boy. There's King Arthur. We could take a Lance for a tier 5 treasure. Give me Staff of the Old Toad or Hand of Midas. Sure. It's a little risky. Oh, and there's the Good Boy. I have to sell 4 things. I can do it. I can do it! I sell these. We still activate Lance, which is actually kind of incredible. Never punished. And now we've got Good Boy Coin of Sharon plus 100 on a Court Wizard double Romeo comp. I think this wins from here. Which is pretty cool. That's a good 6.0, huh? So Lance, I'm still looking for Staff of the Old Toad or Hand of Midas to find more Good Boy. Oof, that's a little bit of a bummer. We lose one Romeo, we lose one bonus attack, but I think from here it's gonna be tough to lose. Yeah, my opponent doesn't have any more scam. They got a bunch of summons. And we aren't going to get a bonus attack from the Nutcracker either. You know what? This is still going to be close. This is still going to be close, but it is a win and a kill onto Zelhua. Love to see it. Did Good Boy get the bonus, or did Romeo died first? That's unfortunate. Sword of Fire and Ice could give +6 health to Good Boy. That's probably as good as we can get. Let's take some extra gold while we're up against the ghost. Okay, speaking of good as you can get, we find another Good Boy. I'm pretty tempted to play Riverwish Mermaid up against the ghost especially, and then lock onto Pigomorph. Sorry, wasn't able to mute there. Too much else going on. Wanted to make sure I got all of this stuff in. I think we actually play Romeo frontline over Lancelot. Lancelot rather does scale. But I think we just go for this. Both of the Good Boys can slay, so this is effectively just a free +1/+1 on both of them. Gesundheit. I don't know how to say thank you in German. Danke. Dankeschön. No? Dankeschön. We got there. Good Boy slays. Good Boy slays. You think you're the slay comp? Look at me. Who do you think you are? I am. Really nicely done. +3 gold from Reckless Wager. Danke. Okay. Let's grab Pigo. Let's look for the Good Boy triple, though. Whew. There's some other cards here, too. I think now that we are playing against a real opponent, we backline our Romeos. But I could see just grabbing another Romeo right now. I do like this knighthood. This opponent doesn't really have much. We played them 6 turns ago. Okay. And they're 7 streaking now. So they got something different. Let's roll for another Good Boy. I did kind of like the Sherwood Shore shot there. Oh. Okay. We're never playing Riverwish. Let's play another Court Wizard. That seems pretty cool. We aren't getting first attack, though. That is the awkward part. We aren't getting first attack, so we have to hope they attack exactly here or maybe here. Ideally, they would... Yeah, it's awkward. Then the Juliet isn't going to get the Magic Sword Good Boy buff. I'll settle for them attacking here. You know what? I think we don't need a second Good Boy. Maybe that's crazy, but I can't imagine them being big enough that we need a second Good Boy. And it's just so much better to have more bonus attacks on the board, I think. Because this Good Boy is still going to let me clear into everything. Yeah, this is good, more than good enough. Now we clear their front line. Good call. Good call. Still slightly smaller than the Echo would, but like, what are you going to do? And then this allows me to grab the win here. And this will let me hit them for 11 down to 13. We Pigomorphed a completely irrelevant character. We grab another Good Boy. Against Zadrak, I guess the Coin of Sharon isn't all it's cracked up to be. So I just take Mimic Chest and toss the coin. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I am the first attacker. I don't think there's any universe where we're supposed to grab Hercules here. It auto-completes, and it's so good. What do I want? +4/+4? Or +6 health? I want +12 health. That's better. Let's grab the beans. I kind of do like the Medusa too, but this is going to be more than good enough. And we can't add another Court Wizard. We could add another Romeo to the board. Now we could add a Sure Shot to the board. Now we can just roll for fun. That was fun. Okay. I think we win this. We were 100% to win that last combat, and I have to imagine my odds just go up from here. We even get first attack. Good boy goes down. Juliet is at 400. My opponent is going to get a large Jormungand, but for me to poop on. Court Wizard takes it out. Lance trades with my opponent's, whatever it's called, Echowood. Echowood means nothing to me. Oh, but we don't kill. We don't kill. We hit for 11 down to 3 again. We could make a Southern Siren a good character. That's really funny. Is that any good? I think it's not better than bonus attack, rolling for Romeo, rolling for spells. Let's keep the rolls coming. Not gonna roll there. Yeah, Pigo. Yep. Yep. Nope. Seed a lot of Beauty's influence. Did we seed this game? Yeah. Pretty fantastic game. Did we do anything innovative? We did. We intentionally, so we skipped our second turn, and then we became fated to a Polywoggle, which we slayed into Juliet. This is our fated character. The first character that we purchased made it all the way to the final board, which is nice. That's cool when that can happen. So, I'm going to have to call this one a rousing success. Again, there's some awkward hits here. If they attack into Juliet or Romeo, I would actually probably just prefer them attack into Juliet still. I think that the bonus attacks are more important. Oh, it doesn't matter what they attack into. It got Pigoed. Woo, baby, they ain't scamming me. No siree. Court Wizard takes out the Medusa. Juliet, my fated character, takes out the Echowood, and that is a win. GG, nobody. That was a good one. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Legs Given. Peace. And of course, we're still rolling here on the stream side of things. I just figured I'd sign off in case I decide to upload that by its lonesome to YouTube. I don't know. I think I might just keep these VODs totally intact for people to watch, but maybe I'll cut them up for people that more like the bite-sized content. Not exactly sure what we're doing with those, but that's one thing that I guess I can take off the bucket list. I still was not fated to a level 5 character, but we did pretty good being fated to a level 4 character. So there is proof of concept now. And I guess, like I was saying yesterday, one of the things that I like about showing off innovative stuff like that is then you can go out and try it out yourself. In this scenario, yeah, you can't really go. I mean, you can try in the next 2 days, but just not that much time left to do so. Marvel Snap sent out a ping earlier for game updates. I'm just going to read that now while we are queuing up. Oh, it's the next season of Marvel Snap. I'll watch it here. Do some React content. computer's not playing nice. Okay. We're filming a YouTuber right now. What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, and today I'm going to take a look at the developer update for May 2023. Let's do some live reaction here and see what we have got. I believe this is going to be the next season, and we'll see some brand new cards and some new features and stuff here. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Y106 FM. Prepare yourself for the most totally radical season of Marvel Snap the Galaxy has ever known. I mean, is it awesome? Duh. Keep your feet on the ground and keep.
Let me just rebalance the audio so it's a little bit louder. We'll just take it one more time. And so I think you know what's going on, Lawful Poser, but I know you don't think that I'm in control of it, but I just don't want to mix any words. I want to make this perfectly clear. Storybook Brawl goes away at the end of April. They announced that on the official Discord, so Sunday is the last day you can play Storybook Brawl, probably forever. And I think you were half joking when you said, like, am I going to turn off the server? But I just want to, because that's such a huge deal, make sure nobody's confused with that. Yeah, there's only today, tomorrow, and the day after, and then no more Storybook Brawl. So if you want to play it now. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, then I'm glad that I clarified. Yes, the devs announced 3 days ago, that Storybook Brawl is no more in 2 days. Yeah. So have fun with it while it's still here. I'm going to react to some Marvel Snap content now. Let's see what we got. All right, let me clap in. What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given here with your afternoon snap, and today I'm going to take a look at the developer update for May 2023 in Marvel Snap Guardians Greatest Hits. Think we're going to see some new cards, and we'll talk about what's coming up in the next season of Marvel Snap. They always do such a great job with these. I got some Guardians of the Galaxy theme stuff, and I think Nebula is the season pass card. I think a lot of this has been like data mined.
Y106 FM. Prepare yourself for the most totally radical season of Marvel Snap the Galaxy has ever known. I mean, is it awesome? Duh. Keep your feet on
we just saw the cards there.
And keep reaching for the stars.
I looked away from the screen. Okay, there's Nebula. Now,
crank it to the max and get ready to rock out.
I will say Nebula is the only card that I don't know from this screen. Okay, well, obviously Gamora, that is just a reskin here.
Marvel Snap the Galaxy has ever known. I mean, is it awesome?
But High Evolutionary, Living Tribunal, and Howard the Duck, I already know what those do. Maybe we can still talk about them a little bit. But Iron Lad and Nebula, the season pass card, I don't know about. Now, don't really have to know about Nebula because I'm not going to buy the season pass, but let's hear what Ben Brode has to say here.
Crank it to the max and get ready to rock out
back,
to the Guardians' Greatest Hits.
I think I just saw Ben Brode with long hair. Yeah.
Welcome back to KMS 1988 Radio. It's a beautiful night in Missouri, and that little ditty was another of the Guardians' greatest hits. I bet you want to hear Gamora that catalog, am I right? Ha! Anyway, this is your radio
KMS
star
for
Ben Brode
Marvel
from
Snap.
Second Dinner, never napping, always snapping, right here on your radio dial. I've got a bodacious playlist coming up for you, and I'm amped to introduce these new artists. First up is our...
We need a never napping, always snapping player title now, of course.
Our season pass superstar. She turns any location into a house party, even though she'd rather be dancing with herself. Oh. It's Nebula. Nebula's a one-cost, one-power card, but...
Each turn, I'm sure he's going to read it too. Each turn your opponent doesn't play a card here, +2 power. I thought it said she was a 4/6 a second ago. Was that just Iron Lad, or was that... No, this definitely says 4/6 on it. Awkward. This is Nebula, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought we were about to see a 4/6. But instead, Nebula is a new 1/1 that encourages your opponent to continue to play to that location. So you want to draw her early. She's like a Kitty Pryde in that capacity. Yeah, no wonder that... I mean, this has got to be brand new, assuming that it was previously data mined to be a 4/6. So let's think about this. This is pretty good. It's worse when other people are playing low to the ground decks, but you think about if you play it on turn 1, it's at least a 1/3. Because, well, save Beast and Carnage, your opponent can only play cards to that location 4 times, which means one of those times they're not going to be able to do so. If you play it to a location where your opponent already has cards, then they're going to have to make even tougher decisions around it. And yeah, seems pretty cool. There's also some cheeky stuff you can do with this, like follow up with a Cosmo on turn 3. And now your opponent is like, yeah, even more disincentivized to play there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like Cosmo. I'm not sure. That's the first thing that comes to my mind that's like a little bit cheeky. Knowing that your opponent is somewhat incentivized to play there could allow you to potentially catch them with things like... what's the guy that pushes people away? Juggernaut. What else is there that like cares about... Oh, duh. The Guardians. That's kind of the point of it, isn't it?
All right. Because each turn after you play her, she gains +2 power if your opponent...
That took me way too long to figure out.
Talk about a gnarly distraction for your opponent. Your other Guardians like Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and Star-Lord
Thank you, Ben.
joining her since they benefit from opponents' cards trying to
This
stop
is proof that I haven't looked at this card yet.
Turn 1
Did we get a new location there?
Guardians like Groot,
No,
Rocket
just
Raccoon, and
Hala.
Star-Lord will love joining
Maybe
her
get some
since they
new
benefit from opponents'
variants
cards
there
trying to stop
potentially,
her.
though.
She's a primo card to play on turn 1 and in locations where your opponent can't play cards like Miniaturized Lab, Morag, and the Space Throne. A couple musicians we love here at KMS 1988 Radio have
Yeah,
recently
she's cool in
changed their
Space
look.
Throne. In Space Throne, assuming your opponent plays there once, then she's going to have 4 turns uncontested. So she'll have 9 power there for 1 energy investment. Your opponent basically has to spend 6 energy to beat her there, or play a Killmonger, or a Shang-Chi. But still cool.
Look in preparation for their new albums. Check out these variants for Gamora and Star-Lord. Tubular! This season
I don't
pass has a ton of new stuff to collect, including this amazing Nebula variant.
That's cool, though.
The fresh stuff doesn't stop there. No way, dude! We got a posse of new Guardians to join in on the fun. Like Iron Lad, who's a young...
Copy the text of your deck's top card. Oh, okay. I do remember this. So I think it's better to look at this in one more second after they reveal Howard the Duck. This could be a Galactus card. This just allows you one more draw to find Galactus. You don't play Howard in that deck. you just play Iron Lad on turn 5 or on turn 4. No, you play it turn 5 because turn 4 it's not worth playing. You just play your Hobgoblin or your Dr. Rock or something, or your Professor. The reason that you don't play this on turn 4 is because then on turn 5 you're going to draw that card anyways. But on turn 5 you play it because turn 6 you're just going to draw Chavez. So that's a pretty good Galactus card. Start saving your tokens.
Younger alternate dimension Kang the Conqueror who travels back in time to defeat himself.
It can hit Kang too. I think he was mentioning Kang because of some lore reasons, but yeah, if it hits Kang on that final turn, then you get to go again. So that's a wow. Wow, that's going to make Galactus super, super consistent. Uh-oh.
In the future. So Iron Lad can copy the
I'm
text
smiling,
of
but
your
I'm also
deck's
nervous
top card.
about
It's awesome with Iron Man, Black Panther,
how annoyed
Devil
people are
Dinosaur.
gonna be
He goes great with Brood and
about
Mr.
this.
Sinister.
Oh, it
The
is
lad
cool with
can
Black
even
Panther.
copy
That's cute.
Galactus.
They know. They know.
Howard the Duck is a dimension-hopping detective.
So Howard the Duck could get slotted in there as well. You could, I don't think you want to take out Absorbing Man. I don't know what exactly you want to take out. It's probably something at the top end. Like, it's probably Death and Null. It's tough. It's tough. No, it's Death. It's Death, because you can also use Iron Lad on turn 6 to hit your Null if you haven't found your Null already. Wow. Iron Lad is going to be good. But what I was getting to is, I don't think you need Howard the Duck in that deck specifically, but it is cool. I do like this design space. This thing is really good at making your deck consistent, though. Wow, and I said it was the one card I didn't know. Turns out it might be the one card
Right with Brood and Mr. Sinister.
that I buy.
The lad can even copy Galactus.
Well, it's a tier 6. I mean, yeah. That's going to be one of my thumbnails in the future. It's going to be the thumbnail of this video, actually.
Whose arch nemesis is Dr. Bond. He uses his detective powers to show you the top card of your deck before you draw it.
So let's think about some other implications for Howard the Duck. Oh, by the way, I got a bone to pick with the guy on Twitter that told me I didn't know how to read. Okay, I should delete my Twitter. I should have deleted it however many months ago, but I do got a bone to pick. It says ongoing, tap this to see the top card of your deck. And Marvel Snap Zone reported this as tap mechanics as seen in Magic the Gathering coming to Marvel Snap. But no, it's the English word tap, as in touch it. You touch it and you see what cards are underneath. I'm not faulting Marvel Snap for getting it wrong, thinking that we have some activated abilities, but it's not like a one-time effect that you can only use once or once per turn or something like that. You just, at any point, you click on the card and you get to see the top card of your deck. I responded to that in the comments of a tweet that Marvel Snap Zone tweeted out. And somebody's like, "You're so dumb, you can't read." And I said, okay, well, first of all, there's no reason to talk to me that way. I'm not going to bother this video. Don't harass the person or go back and find it. But I will be responding to that tweet with a link to this video and saying, because I told him, I said, okay, that's fine. You should be a little bit nicer in how you interact with people online, because I am a real person. I think I'm right. You think you're right. We'll see who's right in 2 months. And you can eat your words then. And they were not happy with that response either and continued to be rude. So now we have the satisfaction of being correct, We are the real detectives
The
here.
detective powers to show you
Show
the top
him
card of your
our,
deck before you draw it.
our evidence.
This is a great way to ensure you get just what you want with Iron Lad and Jubilee. High Evolutionary is
It's cool with Jubilee as well. I think that when you run... So Jubilee, you sometimes just run for power. Iron Lad, I think sometimes... Iron Lad's more combo-y. But what I was going to say, so like sometimes you just run them for power. You can run them in like a... I almost call it Shana. Zabu deck. They both cost 4. They're both just good stuff. I think if you're just running them for power, you don't need Howard the Duck. And the other time that you can run them is for consistency. In some decks, I think Howard is going to make those cards more consistent. Most of the time, like I'll give you an example. I play Jubilee in my Hela deck. And the point of it is that if I have not drawn Hela by turn 6 or turn 7 if I played Magic, then I play Jubilee and hope to hit Hela. The ability to know whether or not I'm going to hit Hela with Howard is cute, but I don't think it helps with the consistency, which is the whole point of playing those other cards. I think you could maybe play Iron Lad in that same capacity and increase the consistency of your deck, and then play Jubilee, and you can make some really short decks. It's 2 o'clock, so this is when my Marvel Snap video for the day was going to come out. Oh, you know what it did? Let me... In the middle of this video, I'm going to go make my other video for today private, because this is going to be my new video for today. Great. But I'll have another cool video tomorrow that I was going to plug, because I'm currently live streaming. But yeah, I just don't think that you'll need those cards for additional consistency while also caring that much about what's on top. I don't think Howard's that great, is what I'm getting at. It's cute, but
completely ridiculous.
I don't think you need it, other than in like some very specific fun combo decks. But those combo decks typically need so many of the cards that they want. So, yeah, it's a tough sell. Now, this one, I don't think is a tough sell. I think this is a really cool card that a lot of people are going to buy. I don't think it's that great, and I'll tell you why I don't think it's that great in a second, but it's very, very cool. At the start of the game, unlock the potential of your cards with no ability. So you can see back there, it's Wasp and it's Hulk, and then it is also Cyclops, Misty Knight, The Thing, Abomination, and the 2/3. Which is called... I can't remember the name of that one right now. But they all get additional abilities if you have High Evolutionary in your deck at the start of the game. There will be a cute little animation, and they all get abilities. So let's take a look at those abilities now. 4/7, it's whatever. It's just going to matter what those cards do.
He's an evil geneticist who's always trying to bring humanity into the next step of evolution. At the start of the game, he unlocks the secret ability of all of your cards that have no abilities. His methods may be bogus, but High Evolutionary is like 7 new cards in one. What were we thinking? Check out this playlist. Wasp.
Okay, so Wasp is good. It becomes a 0 energy 3 power. Pretty good. Not super exciting, but there's not much you can do with Wasp. It costs 0. So it's pretty good. You can double up on it with Wong or Odin, and it's free.
On reveal, afflict 2 random enemy cards here with -1 power. Misty Knight.
When you end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. This is the one that I have a problem with, and I think you'll see why.
When you end a turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. Shocker.
Not that Misty Knight's bad. It's a 1/1 that has like a mini sunspot ability, or a 1/2 that has a mini sunspot ability. So it starts with 2 energy over sunspot, and then you can't sink all of your energy into it, so it's not as good with like She-Hulk. It's not that great.
Turn with unspent energy, give another friendly card +1 power. Shocker.
The leftmost card in your hand costs 1 less. Okay, that one is crazy. Left. So whatever you've had in your hand the longest costs 1 less. That's pretty cool. Yeah, now you can just use, like, you can just play a deck that is High Tribunal and Shocker, and that's it. Like, you don't have to play all of the other ones. So I think that's part of the cool thing to consider with some of these. Again, Wasp, there's not much you can do with it. Misty Knight, it's a 1-drop. Maybe there's not much you can do with that either. I don't even know if people are going to play with Misty Knight at all, and I think that there's a better design choice from it that you'll see in a second. But Shocker, you could just play Shocker High Tribunal in a ramp deck, and that could be exciting. And that ramp deck could even be Galactus. So, yeah, that would be good. It's like another copy of Electro, and Electro is often better than Wave because it is only affecting your own cards. You can go Shocker into nothing on turn 3, but it doesn't matter. You can play High Tribunal, and then you can play Dr. Octopus into Galactus. Seems cool.
On reveal, the leftmost card in your hand.
And maybe you'll still play Hulk. I'm not
$1.
sure. We'll have to see in a second. Cyclops. When you end a turn with unspent energy... Oh, so Cyclops has this ability. So, again, you kind of want to end a turn with energy unspent, and Shocker maybe helps you do that. So there is some synergy here, and some of these puzzle pieces are coming together. So when you have unspent energy, which is kind of a mechanic, you do the Wasp on reveal.
When you end a turn with unspent energy, afflict 2 random enemies here with -1 power.
In terms of power level, I think it's pretty good. To 3/4 is fine to bad. I don't know. We'll get to it in a second. Flick a random enemy card here with -1 power. Repeat this 2 more times. So this is just straight up a 4/7. Pretty solid. A little bit understated still, which is kind of crazy. But a 4/7 is respectable. 4/7's respectable. Your opponent does need to have cards there as well, so that part's a little bit awkward, but...
On reveal, afflict
cool.
a random enemy card here
I like these,
with
like,
-1 power.
I guess they're cassette tape cases. The last 2 look cool.
Repeat this twice more. Abomination.
Costs 1 less for each enemy card in play that's afflicted with negative power. This is why I have a problem with Misty Knight. Misty Knight should just also be an affliction, I think. I think so. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it would make Abomination too powerful. But it's weird that most of the cards are one thing, and then Misty Knight is just like the opposite of that. And I think Misty Knight's going to see no play in these style of decks. I don't think it should. I don't know. You still have some synergy with not spending energy with the Cyclops, but it's just a little bit weird. And then Hulk, I believe...
It costs 1 less for each enemy card in play that's afflicted.
And the important thing to note here is that it's card. So it is not each instance of that -1 power. If you give something -1 multiple times, it's only going to give you 1 discount here. Now, Hulk might function differently.
With negative power. Hulk.
+2 power. Oh, okay, that's not what I thought Hulk was going to do. +2 power for each turn you ended with unspent energy. So Hulk goes for the other. So there's kind of like 2 themes. There's unspent energy theme, and there is the Sorry, I got distracted here just thinking about the Hulk. It's cool. I like the Hulk. Hulk could definitely be exciting, but there's the unspent energy theme, and then there's the affliction theme. Hulk is cool. Hulk is another reason that Misty Knight should probably see no play, though. Because Misty Knight is 2 power if you play it, and then maybe more additional power if you leave turns unspent, but you also just add 2 power to your Hulk for doing nothing on turn 1. So probably always skipping Hulk. And this is why I was saying Hulk could be a new interesting finisher in a Galactus list. You play High Tribunal, Hulk, and Cyclops. Galactus lists are often not spending all of their energy. There's my alarm again. I guess I hit the wrong button, but a Galactus list is often spending a decent portion of its energy, but still it's like a very consistent 6 energy, I want to say 16 at the very least. Maybe some games you'll get it to 18, but still a 6/16 is pretty good, and is in some cases that could be bigger than Null for sure. Sometimes Null isn't that big, so kind of a fun thing to think about. I think that Hulk is pretty cool, and it's cool with the other synergies there with Cyclops. Abomination's kind of weird because it means you have to play the other cards, and I don't know how big the payoff is, but at the very least Hulk seems like a lot of power, which is cool. And I don't know if this was their plan from the beginning when they first made the game. Let's introduce these like really cool classic characters in the tutorial. The big one is Cyclops, which has like such a cool animation, but then is just like totally irrelevant in the game. But now Hulk is finally potentially going to get some time to shine. And we'll see. High Tribunal looks fun. I think a lot of people are, like Ben said, you get 7 brand new cards. So some people are going to start their deck list with High Tribunal, the 7 no ability cards, and then fill out the list with 4 other cards from there. Probably some things that afflict, like maybe you could play Wong, you could play Hazmat, Luke Cage, and you still get 1 other card. I don't know if there's anything else other than Hazmat that afflicts your opponent's cards. An Abomination is opponent's cards that are afflicted. Yeah. So you can't just use like Typhoid Mary and get that done. But
enemy card in play that's afflicted.
Hulk
you ended
seems cool
with unspent
at the
energy.
very least.
You can use all of the no ability cards together, but you don't have to. Try Super Wasp and Hulk with Lockjaw, or just Misty Knight and Cyclops in your Sunspot and She-Hulk deck. Scorpion and Spider-Woman are also a great combo with the new Abomination.
Spider-Woman, and what was the other card he said? Do you say Cyclops and Spider-Woman?
Scorpion and Spider-Woman.
Scorpion! Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, Scorpion's an insane one. So that's probably a better shell. Spider-Man, Scorpion, all the High Tribunal cards, and then yeah, Sunspot is not bad still either. Could also play like some kind of weird get out of dodge card. Like you might just want some tech cards in there. You might want Shang-Chi. You might want the new buffed Enchantress. I don't think you want Sarah. Cosmo's always good too. So
Woman are also a great
anti-Galactus
combo
cards are
with
probably
the new
good to have.
Abomination. The Living Tribe.
Now this one is really cool, and I'm also excited about it. I don't know if I'm going to shell out for it immediately, and obviously it does nothing with Galactus, but at the end of the game, split your total power evenly among all locations. That's just cool. That's just cool, and is going to give you some different interesting ways to win. It is probably at its best in like sort of a excuse me, like a magic Mr. Negative deck that tries to play a bunch of Iron Mans and intentionally gets a lot of power at one location. And just opens up trying to get a whole bunch of power in one location as a strategy. There's probably a better way to do it, but Iron Man is like the first thing that comes to my mind. Let's see what Ben has to say.
is the second most powerful being in the entire multiverse. He's in charge of balancing the scales on a cosmic level. Now, he splits your total power evenly among all locations. So with a living tribunal, you can slap down humongous power in one lane and spread the love. Try and maximize your power with Wong, Black Panther, anything that doubles, like Iron Man or Onslaught. Now, all these artists will be going on tour soon, so be sure to get tickets for these radical new venues. Deep Space.
Card text is disabled here. Okay. Deep Space, there's nothing for Galactus to eat. Makes sense. Card text is disabled. Huh. So that's going to basically stop everything but still allow you to play. I think people are going to hate it, but seems interesting. Yeah, just a bad Galactus location. I think this is a day where I will not play Galactus. That's what you're supposed to do with it. You can throw Sentry there. You can throw other cards with drawbacks like Red Skull, though it's not quite a Shuri location. Atuma's still good. Sentry, like I said, Typhoid Mary. It's a lot of 4-cost cards. Maybe it's a Zabu location. You're not going to need that much of a commitment to win it, though. And then, like... Yeah, you throw it makes cards like Cosmo stronger too, because you Cosmo one of the locations and then you have this at another location, and that just gives your opponent a lot fewer options.
Text is disabled here. It's a tougher ticket, but maybe you could sneak in the side door at Milano. Turn 5.
Turn 5 is the only turn cards can be played here. Okay. So kind of like a mini lab, kind of like the Vault. I like locations like that a lot. I think that they really changed the game in a really fun way. They're also pretty dang powerful for Galactus. It does mean it's sometimes you're going to be snagging priority with your Galactus deck, which potentially makes Shang-Chi go down in value. But I think that locations like this... are really good with Storm, Professor X, Spider-Man, specifically because you use those cards on a different location, and then there's just potentially no options for your opponent on the final turn of the game, which allows you to sneak a little win, maybe with Jeff the Baby Land Shark as well. But I like Milano. That might be the only 2 locations we're getting.
Thank you so much once again for listening.
We only got 2 locations last season, so we're only getting 2 again this season. Let's round out the video. Oh, I did not see some of these comments here, but I think that's going to be it.
To us here at KMS 1988 AM Radio and for playing and supporting Marvel Snap. It means so much to us. We hope you truly love Nebula and the rest of the new cards and Guardians' greatest hits. And please keep the feedback coming. We have people waiting on the line to take your call right now. Until next time, this is Ben Brode. Stay snappy, and I'll see you at the dance-off. Peace!
Cool. That's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace. Thank you for indulging me. I'm just going to throw that up on YouTube as well. And then we'll get back into some more Storybook Brawl, but let me take care of that. Just so that way I've got a Marvel Snap video for today. And then we'll get back to brawling. I think I'm just going to go into BRB mode right here. But I will be back shortly. I'm just going to trim the edges off of this. I already kind of have the thumbnail, so it shouldn't take me too long. But we play the Storybook Brawl music isn't playing. Is that because I muted it? Oops, I did not mean to hit. I'm not sure why the Storybook Brawl music isn't playing, but I will be back in just a moment. For watching. I'm no Lex Given. Peace. I'm react to some Marvel Snap content now. Let's see what we got. All right, let me. That's kind of the point of it, isn't it? All right.
Because each turn after you play her, she gains +2 power if your opponent.
That took me way too long to figure out.
Talk about a gnarly
Whoa! Why? What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given here with your afternoon snap, and today I'm going to take a look at the developer update for May 2023 in Marvel Snap Guardians Greatest Hits. I think we're going to see some new cards, and we'll talk about what's coming up in the next season of Marvel Snap. They always do such a great job with these. I got some Guardians of the Galaxy theme stuff, and I think Nebula is the season pass card. I think a lot of this has been like data mined.
106 FM. Prepare yourself for the most totally
I was actually just thinking, so I'm going to make my thumbnail while I am continuing to think about this. But I know I do have to shower. I said that today was a busier day for me. So I think what's going to make sense is if I hop in the shower while... Sorry, I'm just figuring out my thumbnail here. I like that. If I hop in the shower while this is exporting, and just stop the stream for a second, because it's going to be hard to play Storybook Brawl while I'm exporting this to YouTube. It's just going to make my computer slower. So I should probably just shut down the stream for 15 minutes and then take a shower while that happens, and then come back and be refreshed to take on some more Storybook Brawl. I think that's going to make sense to do. It's a little bit low quality. This thumbnail that I'm grabbing here. But let's find like an arrow. I think I could probably put this on the screen, my editing, but I'm not going to. I'm used to editing over here. You'll see it in just a moment. But yeah, I'm just going to shut down the stream, and I will be back on the hour. I'll be back at 3 p.m. EST. I will play Storybook Brawl for about an hour and a half after that. And then we'll do some more the next day and the day after that. But for now, I'm just going to take a short little break so that way the computer can just focus on one thing at a time. But I'll be right back.